Hey, the start of a new year, that brings a chance for fresh beginnings, but it also comes with some challenges. So what could some of these challenges mean for someone in or near retirement? Well, joining us today to discuss how to navigate that, Gary, Mattson and Laurel Steward. They're the father-daughter team behind Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people to and through retirement in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Laurel, thanks for being here this morning. Happy New Year.
Yes,
Appreciate
Happy
it.
New Year to you too.
Here we are. How are things coming along so far in the new year?
I'm still looking for jet cars. 2025 jet cars. My wife said we're supposed to have them by now. When we were growing up in the 60s, 2025 is supposed to be a year.
Where's the briefcase car?
Exactly.
Right? That George Jetson had, right?
That's
Where is it at? Well, I do know that's not here,
Right.
but taxes and retirement and all the problems that come along with it still remain. So
Yes.
when it comes into 2025, what are retirees looking at in this new year?
I think the big thing that they should focus on, I mean, they're most concerned on, have I saved enough?
Okay.
And so what they need to do is just sit down and start talking about that. I know that that can be difficult to say, hey, I'm going to trust somebody that I've never met with to show them everything that we've done. It can feel scary, but we have a different approach, and so we want to welcome people in just so you can have a baseline to see, have you done what you need to yet, or is there some tweaks that we can make along the way to get you there?
Let's face it, we're living longer. Our transportation is getting more high tech. You know, how many computers there are in a car day, you know, all this type of thing. But financials really hasn't come that far. And why is that? And it is because that we've gotten away from the traditional things that buy low, sell high, the balance of that. Nobody's doing that anymore. Nobody's looking at the portfolio and saying, what should I be doing? And that's what we're going to do at Mattson Financial Services for our clients. We're going to look at where you're at, where you want to go, where you should be, and making sure we're adjusting that on a consistent basis so that you're getting, like a baseball team or a football team, whichever you like, getting runs and scores on a consistent basis. Because retirement's not about how much money you've got. It's how much income you get to consume.
But some of that is obviously going to go to Uncle Sam.
Oh, yeah.
And so there are a lot of dates and numbers when it comes to taxes. And I know that there was a previous, the political, there was a tax thing that was going to sunset. You guys can explain that to me, that in 2020, but this is the year, right? So I'm sure that's going to be an issue.
Which is bizarre because we've been talking about it for years now, right? And
Yeah.
so as of right now, at the end of this year in 2025, the tax, as they are right now, the tax tables are going to sunset. So really they're at a discount right now. If it goes away and we go back to, hey, 2026 comes and nothing else happens, we're going to go back to higher tax rates. And so what we need to do is plan for what we know now. That might change. We'll see how things shake out here as Trump comes into office. But we want to make sure that no matter what's happening with the political side of things there, that you know what's happening with your portfolio and how we're planning every single year as they change the tax brackets.
And inflation, another word that gets tossed around a lot these days. I mean, there is a lot of market volatility. Because a lot of people, when they see that number dip, they think, well, I don't have the 3-5 years to get that money back. So market volatility, taxes, all of these things still waiting for us in 25.
Yeah, still fees, fees for being an advisor and all those taxes like you're talking about. There's just so many components, but it's nice because we're going to take all those components, put it together in a plan for you. We're going to show you what your income is on a regular annual basis, what you can expect monthly, when to turn on Social Security, when is Medicare should be doing for you. If you've got a pension, best way to take that. Most people don't realize that you can make your pension a bequeathable asset, meaning you can pass it on beyond your spouse to children and grandchildren if it's done correctly. So there's just a lot of components that you want to have set down in the beginning before you retire or in retirement and saying, I've got all my answers right here. I know what's going to happen if I have or need long-term care. I know what happens if they change taxes. Let's get the answers for you, black and white, very simple.
Yeah, and I love that there's no, oh, we didn't think about that one other thing. No, it's all in there, so you don't have any surprises that's going on. And speaking of all in there, this new book that you've got out, I don't want to pass over this, Gary. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, it's 35 years of knowledge that we work with different clients and different things that we've learned along the way, and we know what works and what doesn't work. And so it's a really good information that you can use right now for yourself, but you can also pass that on to your children and grandchildren to teach them about money. It starts out with savings, obviously a piggy bank, that everyone kind of understands that. But also those savings need to work hard for you or just as hard as you did for them.
It might be a good book for me to read. You said kids, but I mean, that sounds like some concepts that I could get a refresher on. So let's get you that book in your hands, and also a great plan or a great deal as well for this comprehensive plan that you guys want to put together for people. Tell us about it.
Yes, we'd love to work with you to take that onus from you and say, here's somebody else, here's a fiduciary advising team that has my best interest at heart here. And so you could be one of those first 5 callers if you contact us at 800-536-8907. We'll look forward to meeting you in office and taking that pressure away from you.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
I'm kind of like saying on the voice, call, dial the number, dial the number.
And you guys can do the work. It's a great offer for you at home if you're in or near retirement. Now is the time to take that action. The number on your screen, the special offer from Mattson Financial. Gary, Laurel, the team's going to sit down with you personally to review your finances. Create that comprehensive, customized plan for your retirement. It's a great opportunity to address those taxes, inflation, market volatility, and all the other challenges you might face in the coming year. So call now, 1-800-536-8907 to reserve your spot. That's 1-800-536-8907.